Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to do an emoji card using my favorite emoji. So I went onto the internet and got an image of my favorite, downloaded it and opened it in Microsoft Office Picture Manager and increased the size to about twice what it was. Then I used a piece of printer paper and traced the image from my computer screen onto the paper and cut the image out. But first I aligned my circle cutter to the size of the circle so that I can cut it out of cardstock later. So I cut out the image and I also cut out the mouth of the emoji so that I can use it for my drawings later on. Alright, so I'm putting down a cutting surface and I'm going to cut out the circles that I had measured earlier out of yellow cardstock. I use my circle cutter and then I follow up with a pair of scissors because my circle cutter is slightly dull. So after I cut out this circle, I'm going to use it as a template to trace onto other pieces of yellow cardstock, about 6 circles. I only end up using 4, but I traced extra. So I cut those out and as I said, I end up with 6. So now I'm aligning my circle cutter to the size of the emoji eye so that I can cut some eyes out of white cardstock. I cut about 4 of them, although I don't need 4, and I use my scissors to follow around the cut again so that I can get a cleaner cut. So I put those aside and then I work on drawing the mouth. I draw the mouth of the emoji and cut it out. And then I also cut out the eye of the emoji from the template that I had drawn earlier. This eye I'm going to trace onto white cardstock again so that I can have a few to place on my finished card. So I'm going to have 4 of those. And the last piece I'm going to trace is the tongue out of pink cardstock and cut that out as well. So now I'm just going to remove some of the pencil mark off of the shapes by using an eraser, and then I'm going to put all the shapes aside so that I can work on shading. So what I do is use an orange marker and go around the edges of the circle, the front of my card, and then I use a yellow pencil crayon which is a bit darker than the cardstock that I'm using and shade the edges, so that's around the edges of the circle. I also shaded the tongue with a dark pink, white, and a black marker. Not marker, pencil crayon. And then I put a little white on the eye, the black part of the eye, going around the white with some black marker, and then I assemble that. Now I'm just laying down some color on the mouth. I'm using brown markers, brown crayons, and I'm overlaying them 2 different shades of brown so that I can get a blended look. I add some black to the edges to add depth, and I also use these same 2 colors on the eye using the same technique of overlapping and adding black to the edges to give some depth. Alright, so now I place the template over the front of my card and lightly with a pencil mark the areas where the shapes are supposed to lay, so I know exactly where I need to put the shapes. And now I'm laying the shapes on to the front of the card. I add adhesive to the back of all the shapes and then place them in the areas that they should go. For the black part of the eye, I use some paper glue just to attach it. Alright, now I get the back of my card and fold a small piece at the top, crease it, and flatten it again and add adhesive. Then I align both the front and back of the card with the adhesive at the top, press, and now I have a card. So I'm just putting a greeting in. The greeting I chose was "You're awesome." I'm not sure what the emoji means, but that's the greeting that came to mind. I'm using a brown Sharpie fine point Sharpie to write this greeting. I placed a few dots and now I'm erasing all the pencil marks. And that's it. I also did a heart emoji, card, and the greeting in this one is "Crazy in Love." So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check the description for all the supplies I used, and remember to check me out on social media. Thanks for watching. Bye.